Today, I am going to show you how you can do all the new celebrations in Eafc 25. This is going to include all the new celebrations, and also some of the old classic celebrations which has been remastered in FIFA 25. Right off the bat, we got the new all-year celebration that Vinny did in the Champion League final, and now you can do this in Eafc 25 as well, only with him. So you can go ahead and do the ice-cold celebration by following the simple instructions that you can see on the screen below. To do this jump slide, all you gotta do is hold the RB and hold your up analog, and you can do the same on PlayStation as well by holding R1 and up analog button. Next up, we got boxing, and for this you gotta hold your RB and double tap Y if you're playing on Xbox, and if you're playing on PlayStation, you gotta hold R1 and double tap triangle. Before we continue, here I show you to my YouTube. If you want to know more about the game, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There are lots of videos and you can enjoy it. But the best thing that I'm glad about is EA did not remove gritty from the game, and you can do so by simply holding your RT and flick your right analog twice, and you can do the same on PlayStation as well. Next up, we got Chicken Dance. If you're playing with your friend and if you want to just call him after that goal, then this celebration is going to work out perfectly for you because this is quite simple to do. Next up, we got one of my favorites, which is Energy, and all you got to do is hold RB and flick down right analog twice. And you can do the same on PlayStation by holding R1 and flick down right analog twice. And hey, let's just say your opponent is playing really well, and if you want to show them some respect instead of skipping the goal, you guys can go ahead and do the simple celebration as well, which is quite easy to do. Next up, we got one of my most celebrations, let's say. If your player was injured, then you can definitely do this celebration just to mess up with your opponents. And let's say you want to mess your opponents even more, you can go ahead and perform this funky jog by simply holding LT and flick left the right analog twice on Xbox and on PlayStation L2, and also flick left the right analog twice. Next up, we got a new celebration, and you can say your opponent's fist bump by performing the simple celebration, which only takes 2 clicks. And one of the best new celebrations in Eafc 25 is hands crossed. It is pretty amazing to do. Next up, we got low fist pump celebration, and I love to do that. Then you can definitely do this celebration just to mess up with your opponents. Next up, we got one of the most toxic celebrations in Eafc 25 hopping dance. Let's say if your opponent 3 goals ahead, then you definitely scores the equalize. Do this celebration just to mess up with your opponents. Another new celebrations is fingers crossed. Do this and you will be like a boss. Next up, we got another new toxic celebrations is driving. So when you do the celebrations, your opponent will be mad and cry. Next up, we got throwing a darts. And this one is my favorite because this is super easy to do. And all you gotta do is make sure your analog stick is working perfectly. And come on, who doesn't love faking it? This year, EA Major it is reward, and this year it looks even better than before. If you want to see more videos of Eafc 25, then hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe.